Well, they got me on copyright the first time I did it. I was just trying to share music videos. I guess you can't do that. Oops.
Still saying you're lying. Oh, there you go.
I got copyrighted the first, what, 2 minutes? I seriously got copyrighted that quick. And all I did was play a music video. A song and a half, not even a half. I played that song 100 times on here. First time I do it on a gaming app. It's done. Copyright. Wow. That's interesting. Okay, these videos are going to be really hard to do. I don't look the same there, and I don't like looking at this guy here. The other guy looked a little cooler. He had a long goatee and everything. This guy's kind of a little basic.
You're older.
Older? I look younger now. A lot younger now. It's kind of scary.
You look really young.
It's a good thing I'm not having to fly a sign anymore, because that might not work as well. But anyway, hey, those of you that pray, please pray. Those of you that wish, then wish. Those of you that hope. Those of you that do nothing but just see what happens, then do that, whatever. But anyway, today is the day that we're going to go and get everything done. We got a slam packed day all day. We I know God always loves me. That's the beauty of God's love. You know, he always loves you. Even, you know, I'm glad you say that, because you know, he asks us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and he loves us even when we don't love ourselves. So, very true. Thank you, Sandy. Anyway, today's the day that we're going to go. We're both going to apply up there at the day labor place, and we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully everything goes great. I know it will. It'll go according to his plan. So whatever his plan is, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, we're going to go and well, thank you, Miss Sandy. You know, Sandy is my my mother's name. Yep, she just passed. How long ago has it been now? About 3 months, huh?
I think so, yeah.
About 3 months. 2 or 3 months, something like that. So
months run together.
Yeah, the months kind of run together when you're out on the road. I'm not sure how long. I can't even tell you how long I've been out here if it wouldn't been for the fact that, what was it, September? August? Yeah. But anyway, today I got to go and fix the insurance issue with the vehicle. Come to find out that it was canceled, and we haven't had insurance on this. That's something else. At 20,000 miles for Jesus. Since September, we left in August. September, the insurance canceled. And I didn't even know about it. So we not only with a year out of date tags, but absolutely no insurance. All over the United States. 20,000 miles all over the United States. Talk about I know God had his hands on this vehicle here. He had his hand over that license plate, and he turned a blind eye, that's for sure. It's amazing when you think about it, because I don't know, most people struggle and worry to death about going across town with no insurance or no tags. Dude, I went 20,000 miles. I went all the way up into Maine and Chicago and the Upper Peninsula, Arkansas, Florida, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Vegas. I mean, we've been through some huge cities. Never once got caught. Never once had a problem. Now that's what stepping out on faith is all about. I'm telling you, when you got that much faith to do exactly what God tells you to do, and that, I believe that's what that whole thing was all about, was just to show me, hey, wake up, dummy. You don't need all of this stuff. You just need faith in me. I got this. And hey, I got the message. I got the message real quick. You know, and now he's settled us down in a really neat place. I don't care for the fact that it's a big city. I really don't like bigger cities. I like the smaller towns. But let's face it, smaller towns don't have enough to offer for jobs or anything else. There is a lot of opportunity here. So if I can't get a job at the day labor place, I could probably get a job around the corner somewhere at a fast food or something else. I can get a job somewhere. No problem. There is more than enough opportunity out here, especially in construction and stuff, which I am good at. It is rather rough, but yeah, pretty. Robert, are you flirting with me?
He does.
Weirdo.
Smile with them eyes, baby.
Smile with them eyes. That's what she would tell me every time I'd go out there and fly a sign to get money. She'd say, smile with your eyes. She's a little weirdo.
Yeah, you let me know. I am weird.
Hey, what's up? Ivy, Ivy, let's say that 3 times real fast. IVE, how are you? I will be back. Yes, keep the faith. I am in tears for you for some reason. God knows. Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, yeah, it's really amazing when you think back on the whole adventure, and it was definitely an adventure. We seen all sorts of things. I keep reaching for the beard, and I ain't got no beard to pull on. I need to go and glue it back. I can't believe yeah, not that short. I can't even hardly get it with. Anyway, yeah, that adventure was mind-blowing. A lot of changes in the adventure. You know, but the good thing about it is we left that adventure on fire for God, and we are sitting here still on fire for God. So praise God, hallelujah. That is the way things should be. And if anything, I am way stronger in faith and way stronger in my relationship with God than I've ever been. So that has been an amazing part of it. Sorry, I'm starting to tear up myself. Subject maybe the subject change. No, just like cross I've got on my rearview mirror. Do not fear, for I am with you. Isaiah 41:10. I thought it was 18. No, 41:10. Yeah, it's, you know, and also, you know, when I went to work with Robert there, and I got there and I started working again, which I haven't worked in almost 6 months. I haven't done anything like that in a long while, and that wore me out. And trust me, there was several times I was like, oh my goodness, my back is killing me. That stooped over, trying to put that floor in. It's back-breaking work, you know, but I really enjoyed it, and I seen something else in it. I've always taken pride in my work. Don't get me wrong. I have always taken pride in my work. But something I noticed when I was doing that is since this trip, I take more pride, and I look more in detail into my work and what I'm doing. And that was another cool little added bonus, I guess you would say. So anyway, yeah, I cheered myself up talking about that. Jeez almighty.
Oh, I'm falling out.
Oh, Lord be with us today.
Oh.
Real addict rats. I know the feeling. I've been working the past few days after not working for a couple of years. Wow, you got a couple years in there, man. I was thinking that was a crazy accomplishment after 6 to 8 months. Years, wow. And I am sore at the end of the day. I can barely move. Yeah, but you feel better, don't you? You feel better, don't you? Huh?
You want to go take a shower?
All right, you grab my clothes and I'm gonna go in there and get ready. You ain't got a Pizza Hut shirt, huh?
No.
Okay, because I'm not wearing a Pizza Hut shirt to a job interview.
It's got checkers on it or something. No. Yeah.
God's working prayers for all who are in need. Yes, He is. He is definitely, and He answers prayers. He doesn't always answer them the way you want him to, but He answers them He answers them the way they're needed to be answered. But this adventure is really, really, really showed me a side of life that is remarkable. I have utmost respect for those that are humbled and are on the streets. And there is a lot of people out there that are out there because they want to be, and there's a lot of people out there that are forced into bad situation like that, to be homeless and everything because of their own actions. But yet there's a lot of really good people out there that have just been put in a situation. God can give you anything and He can take anything away from you. And there's a lot of people that I've noticed that I sat back and watched, and you can see that God is working in them, that God is working on them, that God has struck everything away from them and is trying to give them the message. And, even when you go and talk to them, like I have, and I go and talk to them, and you get this blank look like, what, dude, what are you talking about, man? That's what they think. And they're looking at you like, are you serious, dude? Man, this is a rat hole, and I don't know what you're talking about. You're not making any sense. And they have this almost an anger towards life over it, but yet you can see in their eyes, you can see the hurt, you can see the pain, and you can also see God working in their life. You can see that God is showing them, hey, is tearing them down and saying, hey, this is your path. This is where you're going to go, and I'm going to keep you tore down until you decide to take that path. And you can see that too in people, and it's a beautiful thing. I highly suggest it. Don't worry about the fear of what can happen or anything else, because as long as you got God on your side, you ain't got nothing to fear. But get out there and just spend a day with them. Spend a day with people out there that are homeless or in need. Spend a day, sit down and eat a lunch with them. Just spend a day with them, and you realize humanity. We're all people. We're all human beings. And you realize that it doesn't matter what stage you are in life, how much money you have, and what society thinks makes you a righteous person or not a righteous person, or what society has deemed worthy for a person to be worthy of any kind of, even a greeting, even a hello and a hug. So what if the guy stinks to high heaven because he hasn't had a bath in a month? Go out there and give him a hug. Show him the love that Jesus showed you. Show him the love that Jesus showed all of us. You know, and you'll have a different perspective on life completely. And sorry, I don't mean to get all teary-eyed on it, but you know, it's I was reflecting back on a lot of the last several months, and it's very, very humbling to reflect back on. And even though the situation was not the best situation, it was not what I wanted, but it was exactly what I needed. So I prayed for answers. I prayed for him to show me what he wanted to show me, to bring our relationship even closer. I prayed that he would humble me to where I wasn't so caught up in society and what society thinks. And I prayed for a lot of things, but those I prayed the most for. And there for a little while, I was getting to wonder. I was like, wow. And I had that seed of doubt, that little doubt, you know, why is it that it seems like I'm being punished when I was just wanting to learn more? And then he'd show me something else. And then I'd realize, hey, I'm not being punished. I'm being taught. And that is, yeah, you with little faith. I know, I got that one. I got that one on the trip too a few times. He would tell me, yeah, your faith is running a little short, you know, and he'd show me every time. And looking back at all of it, looking back at the last few months, I can honestly say that life is so much greater than what people think. And there's so much more out there than what you can see. And I have a complete different outlook on life. Not only life, but people. Humanity. You know, we have a lot of mean, hateful people. We have a lot of hurt people. We have a lot of, you know, we have a lot of about everything. And everybody has their own path. Some of us are put in other people's paths. You know, some people are put in other people's paths. I can't hardly say it with no teeth in it, Brett. Path. Walkways. Okay. Anyway, you're set in other people's walkways to show them lead by example. Show them the fruits of the Spirit that are within you. And not to preach to them, not even to talk to them about it. What happened that riled me? No, I was I was reflecting on the last couple of months and everything that has happened, and being put in a homeless position and living out of our car and going in and out of feed places, where the homeless get food and stuff, and having to fly a sign at Walmart parking lot to get enough gas money to make it a couple miles down the road, to have to deal with all of the trolls that were on there just always after me, get a job, do this, and nothing was working right. Nothing was, I've tried to get a job several times. I tried to get I tried to get things situated, but see, that's what happened. I was trying to do that. When I stopped trying and I gave in and I said, you know what, God, if you intend on me to stay doing this and stay in the car, then so be it. That's what it is. I will live in this car until the day I die, if that's what it takes. Just let's do it. I'm game. And it wasn't until I finally gave in completely and I quit trying to do things on my own, I quit trying to do things my own way, that everything's starting to turn around now. And it shows us, or it shows me, that your faith is the one thing you need to work on the most. You need to have the most of is faith, and that's it. You have faith in God and you have the love of God within you. You have everything. You don't need anything else. Everything is provided. Like he says in Matthews, does he not provide for or is it Matthews? Crap, I did it again. I can't remember. Anyway, does he not give shelter for the birds? Does he not give food for the beasts of the land? Does he not clothe the lilies of the valley? Surely he should do this for us. He would do this for us. Why would he do this for us? We are his chosen people. The beasts of the land and the plants and the birds and all were put here for us to subdue. We are the center of the universe. We are the center of creation. We are his creation. So he will take care of us. And, of course, we have to put in the work ourselves, but he gives us the opportunities. He gives us every opportunity we need to be happy. We just need to see it. We just need to open up our eyes, have a little faith, and see what it is that he wants to show us. So, anyway, from one humbled human being to another. I love you guys. I pray that everything works out great in everyone's life, and I pray that God works in others, in our loved ones, and I pray that they let him work in their lives as he has in mine, because this whole thing has been an experience that I will take on for the rest of my life. And it's been, just the testimony alone of how all of this even started is so remarkable that, I don't speak much of it, but Sean, my buddy Sean, he come to, now take in consideration, we're all sinners. We also fall short of the glory of God. The difference is those that are trying and those that aren't. I wasn't trying. I had Christian values, but I wasn't trying. When I had the camp out there at the slabs, I was just, I don't know, I was just floating by day to day. I had Christian values, and I kept my Christian values with everything, but I lost focus. And Sean, he come up there one day, and this dude, he's all wound up. He's trying to find out who God is and what God is telling him to do, and this dude was in a terrible state of mind. I mean, not a terrible state of mind, but in a really rough place. I mean, because you're battling in your head, you're battling thoughts of the pure and evil, and you're trying to figure out the creator, and you're like, wait a minute, there is a creator. Okay, well, I want to know him, and I want to figure out who he is, and you're battling that out, and that's what was going on in this man's head. And I could see that. And he come up there, and he talked to me for a little bit, and then he asked me to baptize him, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a baptism because I'm not worthy to baptize someone. Well, the subject had changed. I think he was talking to David, which was another guy that was there at the camp when this all happened. He was talking to him. So I just quietly closed my eyes and bowed my head. And I remember that prayer. I prayed that God would show me who to lead him to. Where do I send this man to help him get right, to get where he needs to be? That's what was going through my mind, and that is what I was praying about. And I said, Lord, show me a sign. Why is it that you send a man to me to be baptized when I'm not worthy to be baptized in anybody? Show me where I need to send him. So I open up my eyes and I look up, and this guy's standing in front of me, looking down at me. I look up, and I'm kind of confused because he had already come across the living room and was standing right in front of me while I was praying. I'm sitting there like, okay, that kind of freaked me out. I was like, okay, what's up? And he looked at me and said, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not leaving until you baptize me. I was like, okay, well, that answered that question. Obviously, they said I was worthy to baptize. So I looked, I was like, okay, well, there's the water. Let's go. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. And I still say to this day, I did not baptize Sean. I don't care who says what, and I don't care what videos are there to prove it. I did not baptize that man. Because when I put him underwater, and when I pulled him back up, and I seen the love of God, the Spirit of God, when I seen that literally with my own eyes, I seen it and I felt it. It hit me. So I say, I did not baptize him. God baptized both of us that day. He baptized him, but he baptized me also. And he woke me up, and he's like, you know what? Hey, well, Joe, there's no point in that. That's kind of mean to say. But I take it you must have been one of the ones that followed behind me. Did you board the train too? Anyway, always negativity. I always got something negative to say. Lord, have mercy on them.
Your razors.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. What?
Razors are sent by your clothes.
All right. Anyway, I was asked shortly after that. Eljo was first, but he had to hold the door. Yeah, basically. All right, y'all, don't get started on that. But anyway, he had asked me not long after that, that and there'd been some subtle changes. You could ask Selena about that. And ever since that day, there's been steady changes. You know, it was slow at first. It was just, you know, but Sean had asked me to do his wedding. When he asked me to do the wedding, I looked into it, and you have to be an ordained minister in order to do that. So I went through the things and got the ordained minister license, and got home, and I got sitting there looking at that thing, and I'm like, this ain't right. And I looked over at Selena. I was like, there's no way I can keep this and hold this if I don't use it the way it was intended to be used. Boy, I tell you one thing, everything started opening up. My prayers, that prayer I prayed right after that, I prayed, okay, Father, whatever you want me to do, let's do this. Let's get this, let's do this. And he kept telling me, have faith. And I didn't understand what he was saying at first. He kept saying, have faith. Then he said, all right, we'll get you a vehicle. He got me a vehicle. Then suddenly, let's go on a trip. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to. I really did. I wanted to. I always wanted to. But at the time, I didn't want to just up and leave and not leave everything there and stuff, because I had a feeling of what may happen, which it did. You know, that's why I don't hold no grudges about it. I kind of already knew what was going to happen ahead of time, although it was very hurtful the way they took everything. They took the camp and everything, but you know, it's water under the bridge. It's not worth even no murmurings or disputing about, right? But anyway, I was reluctant at first, but Selena's seen it in me. She's seen that I was fighting with that, you know, because it was, God kept saying, hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. And finally, she pushed the right buttons to finally, I was like, all right, you know what? All right, let's do this. And I prayed again. I said, Father, stepping out on faith, that's what you need me to do. Then here we go. Let's go. You know, and when we left, we started east on 10, and something kept telling me, and it was the Spirit of God. I know it was, because it kept telling me, dude, this is not the way I was telling you to go. This is not the right way. And I turned around out there in the middle of the highway, didn't I?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, right before the checkpoint, I turned around, did a U-turn, an illegal U-turn in the middle of the highway, took off back, and next thing I know, I'm heading for Vegas. Now that place there, oh, you should do a daily devotion that with Proverbs 31 days. Today is March 1st. Give a short lunchtime devotion. Yes, I'd be glad to do that. Not a problem. 31 days. Yes, there's okay. All right. So there's what? Wait a minute. Proverbs 31. Okay, 31
chapters.
Proverbs got more than 31 chapters, don't it? Maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. Proverbs. Okay, next book is 30. Yeah, it does have 31. Nice call. All right, Attic Brats. So is the one that says Attic Brats or the one that says the real Attic Brats? Which one's the real one? Anyway, yeah, that is actually a really good idea. But anyway, yeah, we went to Vegas. I was not impressed whatsoever with that place. That place is the devil's playground if I ever seen it. But, and I was madder than all get out. I was like, I was like, why in the world? I come here, we wasted the money on 2 nights stay in the motel. We didn't go and gamble. We don't gamble, but we did go and see Circus Soleil and things like that, and we went and tried to help a few homeless people. They all but spit at us. I mean, they didn't want nothing to do with it. We don't need your help. No, of course not. They got all kind of, I don't know. But anyway, and when I was leaving there, I was like, well, what in the world was that pointless stop for? As all get out. It's just, I don't know. I'm from Louisiana. Come on now. Give me a break. At least I don't talk like all the Bayou people out there. So, I mean, I can understand them, and I could talk like them if I wanted to, but I think it sounds funny coming from me. But anyway, and I got thinking about that afterwards. I was thinking, why in the world did you send me there? And then it dawned on me, one day out of that, 3 days that we were there, one day about the middle of the time, about the time that I start feeling like I wanted to leave, was right afterwards, and I guess it's because my work there was done. And we'd went up to a convenience store. You remember this one, huh? We went up into the convenience store, and there was these people sitting there with their hood up, and I seen it, and I looked, and I kind of had that you're supposed to be in constant prayer, and in prayer in your thoughts and everything. And I remember thinking to myself, I pray that God does something with whatever that is troubling them. But I walked in and I understood exactly what was going on right after I went in, because the store teller was on the phone, and he was kind of a little irate, for lack of a better way of putting it, and talking about these people that had been there forever. So I'm like, okay, well, they're broke down, and he's being a butt, and he's calling the tow truck companies, and he's throwing a fit about it. So I walked back out there and I talked to the people. They were scared. They were worried because they lived in their car. They had no way to get it. I said, what's wrong with the car? They said the alternator went out. I said, okay, all right, easy fix. Hold on, and I went back in and I asked the guy. I was like, dude, can you call the tow truck company and just call them off? Because I'll have him out of here in just a few minutes. Let me go and help him. He was rude. No, I'm not calling nothing. And I was like, all right, well, ain't no tow truck gonna hook up to the car as long as I go and sit in front of it. And I pulled up in front of it. We hooked jumper cables up to it. Anybody that knows, if your alternator goes out, you can charge the battery back up and start the car and drive it for a little bit until the battery goes dead again. Without the alternator, it can't recharge the battery, and without the battery, it just doesn't want to run. So we put jumper cables on it. We charged it up. Luckily, before the tow truck got there, we were able to get the car to start, and they were able to go over. See, they had family that was coming and bringing them the stuff to fix it and everything, but they were at a convenience store parking lot, and there's no free parking anywhere around there except for right across the street. There's one of the free parking for one of the casinos, so they drove over there and they could wait for and I still have them people's number. Matter of fact, I haven't done that. I was going to call them and see how everything was going. I did call them a few times afterwards, but I haven't called them in months and months. But a lot of people wouldn't talk to him. They wouldn't help him. The lady was a white lady. The guy was a black guy, and they made it very clear that that's a lot of it. I guess from what I understand, there's a lot of racist discrimination against black and white together and stuff like that. And but they were a really nice couple, and there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with them. We're all human beings. What does it matter what But I mean, but anyway, when I reflected on it, leaving out of there after, and I was sitting there thinking about how much we had spent there that was unnecessary and needed for the road and everything, and I couldn't figure out why we were even there. You know, I realized that he had me there for that particular reason. And you know, we went down there. We left from there. We went to Oklahoma, and when we got ready to leave from there, we ended up going to Florida to go and get the Jesus oil, or the Bible oil, or whatever you want to call it, the oil that's leaking out of the Holy Bible. That was down in Georgia, but they were at a church in Florida, so we detoured, and we were determined we got that. Which you can go back and watch any of the videos, and any of them will show you that. Trust me, I got footage on every single bit of it. But it was amazing. We went all the way down there for that, and then we ended up there with Ron, which Ron was very, very thankful for the oil and for the prayer, and it really lightened his mood. Which I can understand him being in a down mood, at times and stuff, but he was really holding his head up high with that, and it still hurts me that we lost him, but it was obviously, it was in God's plan, and there's nothing we can do about it. All I can do is just hope and pray we get to see him again someday. We'll get to see him when we all meet up in heaven, right? But I went there, wasn't sure about that. I wasn't sure about that until I reflected on it later. I couldn't understand, well, what was the point in in some of that and some of this. And I've asked several times. I've learned not to ask anymore, because I keep getting whooped every time I go to asking the point of something. The point is it's going his way. Bottom line, I try not to ask anymore. Don't question God. Because he'll slap you in the back of the head and tell you, hey, there's your faith, that buddy. Everything happens for a reason. Come on now. Boy, I get them quite often. But anyway, we left and we went up to Maine. Not sure. I honestly, I thought I was there to pray. I thought I was there that Robin needed prayer. And when I got there, it wasn't Robin. It was Woody, and then plus Robin's daughter, Christina. Yeah. Anyway, it was them two. He needed prayer, and in a bad way. He really needed some prayer, and he was really hurting for prayer. And Christina needed baptized, and I also got the distinct pleasure of baptizing Bubba also. So, in one of the most beautiful lakes that I've seen. Oh my goodness, that was the water was so crystal clear, and it was so cold. Anointing oil. Yes, there is a Bible in Georgia. Look it up. The Bible that is leaking oil. Well, I went to track that down. I got some of the oil from it. Literally got to reach in the container and touch the Bible that was leaking oil. And it was amazing. It's really amazing. I have no idea what's going on with it, and I have no idea the reasons or anything else. But now from what I understand, there's other things that are going on that not many people are talking very much about, but there's other things that are leaking oil and stuff now. But anyway, yeah, look it up. You'll see. I had a bunch of that oil. Matter of fact, a few of us, Americans. Thanks, Rodney. Yeah, Mike and Bubba went and got some telephone poles, and that's what he's talking about. Mike doubted God. God hit him in the back of the head with a telephone pole. Back. Yeah, he got nah. Bubba let go of his end, and it caused Mike to get smacked in the head with the pole. I think that's how it went. I don't know. Oh, Bubba didn't even touch the pole. I thought. Oh, okay. So he done that to him. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe that was God telling him, "Hey." But yeah, Mike, he's not one of the ones that really want to talk too much about God, but at the same time, I don't know, he always seemed to end up in a Christian conversation about God with me. He always ended up in a conversation about it with me, and you could tell that he was, interested in, I don't know. Whoa, hey, I don't know how, but you gotta change it to English. I can't understand that. What is that? Is that Hebrew? Well, y'all deleted it. What was that? Hebrew? I grabbed the pole and took off. Okay. Okay. Whoever Gams is talking in Hebrew, and I guess Eljo is saying some really. This is the fake Eljo. I guess he's saying some things because they're being blocked, and I didn't even get to see what that one would say. But was that Hebrew that was up there? I mean, does anybody know? That was some crazy writing. So, oh, no problem. You missed the best part, Sean. Fish 760. That is the one that I was telling y'all about with the baptism and Arabic. Tommy, not Hebrew. Okay, Arabic. Tell I don't know very much about that stuff. I can't even recognize the difference in how it's written or anything. Arabic, huh? Arabic. Ain't that the same, like the same people? Y'all had me shouting out some, God is good. Wasn't that Arabic? Allah something or another. I don't know. Allah Akbar. Akbar. It does not roll off the tongue very easily. Anyway, needless to say, yes, Allah Akbar. Yeah. Allah snack bar. Okay. But anyway, Sean here, he's the one that I baptized, or that was baptized there, that when we had the
See, look,
we're
gonna have rain today.
Now that was mean. You just watched your side. What about mine? I can't see out of mine. We can't go nowhere. Anyway,
Go to the store.
we're not going to the store. Me and Boss are fixing to go. Oh, well, it's only 8 o'clock. Yeah, I guess we could.
He's watching.
To go to, oh, yeah, that's right. You got that. But anyway, I just planned on playing a few music songs, and then I come back on just to talk about the fact that I got copyrighted on Christian music. A Christian artist has got it to where they do not want anybody to listen to their song.
They're not Christian. They're country.
Without, well, I don't care if they're country or not. They're singing a Christian song. An artist does not want anybody to listen to their song without giving them money. Does anybody else see the concern in that? I mean, come on, it's Christian music. Let the praise of God be heard. Right? Money. The love of money is the root of all evil. It really is. It's crazy. Anyway, who struck you? I don't know. Wait a minute. Somebody didn't strike me for playing music like that, huh? No, that was because the music was copyrighted, right?
YouTube shut them down.
Yeah, but you know what I found out doing that gaming app like I did? You see how it had this little circle over here in the corner, and I was there, and then y'all were seeing the music video that I was watching? Well, on the copyright strike, it should say who was a group or company who's it was Satan. Yeah, it probably was. He didn't want me to let that song play. That song by Josh Turner, I Serve a Savior. Man, look it up. Listen to the words, detail by detail. Every word. Listen to it. You'll love it. It is awesome. If you don't have a fair use disclaimer, they can get... I don't know. How do you get the disclaimer? Unfortunately... Money is needed for
I don't own the rights
expenses of the world. Yeah. Yeah, but it really shouldn't be that way. It really should be like it used to be. You know, you go out, you work, you trade, you work the land, you work the, whatever you're doing, you're trading for, I mean, I don't know. People put too much faith in a piece of paper that is just because it's printed from the government. They put a little too much faith in it. They put too much value in it.
Oh. Allah means God.
Allah means God, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I started that, but that, and what I was saying is, it is really... I'd rather do barter system. Yes, it has really turned into a very, very good devotion this morning. I guess without even reading scriptures, it has been a very heart-filled video when it comes to faith and God. So,
oh, now I hear it.
My cat is singing me a song. You get a copyright infringement too. But anyway, I love you guys. We're going to get our day started. And stop meowing, please. We're gonna get our day started. I can't concentrate on what I'm trying to say with you over there meowing.
Not all of y'all talk at once, okay?
Yeah, I can't handle a bunch of people talking at once. It drives me nuts. I can't think of what I'm saying.
Ooh.
But anyway, yeah. See, I got off track again. You got me off track again. Anyway, it's been a great video. I'm glad it turned out the way it is. Moral of the story: pray for faith, pray for more faith, have faith, and understand the love of God. The love that God has for us, and the love that we should have for each other. Love you guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Keep it real. Have fun.